Welcome to another Prem Talk with Nino and Sid. I'm Nino, the greatest, the undisputed, the champ. You already know. We're back in the building. What's up, Sid? How you doing?
Y'all already know AFC Sid back in the building, aka Breezy Boom Breezy, always keeping it breezy around here. Cause again, my team showed up. I'm happy. Can't complain. Another 3 points in the bag. Happy week. But let's get into it, man. What's going on, man? What you telling me?
Tottenham 1, Wolves nil. So from this game, I was watching in the first half, Wolves had chances. We were dead food, I would
Bro,
say.
like I'm sorry, you got lucky to scrape that 1-0, in my opinion.
There were like,
Wolves are the old came back because you remember last year they did that shit on people. Like they were holding
mhm.
teams to 0-0, 1-0s, stuff like that. So their defense, like as much shit as I talked at the beginning of the season after losing Connor Cody and all this stuff, they held their own. They held their own. They did pretty well.
And then, like I was saying, Wolves had spells in that game. They could have scored two, and they had no striker to begin the game. On top of that, they're playing at a false nine.
This is true. This is true, man.
And
They were using their wing backs to just get
mhm.
down the field, and then like whoever was in somewhere in the middle would try to get into the box for a goal. But
Bro,
the wing backs
it's
were killing you.
funny. Literally, it was funny. I'm like, yo, like literally, like their front six, I would say, none of their defense, all of them Portuguese. And I'm like, damn, we're getting killed by Portugal.
I'm actually questioning that. Like, how many Portuguese players do they actually have, and how many English players do they have? Because isn't there supposed to be like some sort of quota as to how many players
I
foreign players they're allowed
think
to
this is
have?
the, I think this is the only division they don't give a fuck about that. To be honest with you.
I mean, I've heard other things, but maybe this year they got rid of that. But that's kind of weird. So many Portuguese players over there. It's like a little Portuguese
Seven
fucking
in general started that game, obviously including the keeper.
yeah.
But second half Spurs came out, and I was like, "Yo, it's gonna be one of those games that we're gonna have a lot of chances." And Saj is gonna fucking be that keeper because he saved a lot
But
of
I'm
them.
sorry, like the only reason the game went the way it went was because you guys weren't producing either.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like
So like
dead up
second
front.
half, we were just shooting a lot. We were shooting our lights out, obviously, but Saj just kept saying the game. Then of course we got the little corner, Harry Classe, you know the rest with the goal, making it his 250 for the club. Only 16 goals to pass Jimmy Greaves for the all-time record, and he is fourth best now in goal scoring tallies in the Premier League.
Whatever. I'm
But
just kidding,
my
bro. Hey,
man
well,
of the
the
match,
big
he
up
gave it
to
to
him, bro.
Kane.
Whatever. That's an accomplishment. 250 goals for a club is difficult, but
Especially in the
he's been
modern
there. He's
era.
been there most of his career. So granted, he's got the opportunity to score all of them. So big up to him. Whatever.
My man of the match was not even him though. It was Perisic, bro. Perisic
I agree.
killed him.
That was where I was going to next. Perisic.
Perisic had a great game, bro.
He's been playing pretty well for you guys. He's been
You know who played really good too? I hardly praise him. I hardly praise him, but he played really good. Basketball shorts.
oh yeah, Emerson Royale. Emerson
Real?
Royale played okay. He had moments. The only reason he looked so good was because he had backup behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time he would miss a tackle, somebody was right there behind him to cover him. So granted, yes, he did have a good game, but at the same time, I say it was like a 6 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
It was a decent game. It
Um,
wasn't even a good game.
Davis looked good too. Davies looking like he's good too on that three line, I would say. Who else looked good? Sun was synonymous again, unfortunately. But
Synonymous. Yep, synonymous
R9
again.
played fucking amazing. For the couple of minutes they played, R9 played pretty good. He looked like he was like,
Richardson came on and just did put in a shift. That was pretty good. He did pretty well. I'll give him that.
I
Um,
guess because
he
Ronaldo
changed
was
the
watching the
game. He
game.
changed the game. He added an element to the game that wasn't there before. He injected energy, was on the front foot, trying to create stuff for Harry Kane. And
Hmm.
at the end, y'all got your goal. So that's what y'all were going for, and y'all were able to pull through.
Honestly, bro,
For a
that guy
while, I thought it
couldn't.
was gonna end 0-0 because
Yeah,
it was looking a bit suspect, but it is what it is.
Conte is changing the mentality on that team. Yo, yeah, you're gonna be grinding 0-0, but you're gonna find a way to get those 3 points. That's what he wants out of your football team.
True. No, and exactly that's what any team wants. You know what I mean? Even when you're not playing good, to come up with 3 points, and that's what honestly puts you over the line at the end of the year, at the end of the season,
Mm-hmm.
that for the Champions League spots or even for the title. You know, if that's what your team is up there for. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's everybody thinks that, oh yeah, it's the beginning of the season, it's no big deal. It is a big deal
It
because
is big
points
deal.
add up towards
Yeah.
the end of the season. Like for example, last season, if Arsenal would have gotten maybe 1 point or 2 point or a win out of those first 3 games, we would have been top four.
A
So
hundred percent.
this all comes into, you have to start well and continue to play well. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
just, oh, it's just the beginning of the season, whatever. Oh, it's just Leeds. Oh, it's just this. Oh, it's just Wolves. You can't say that. You have to play who's in
Nope.
front of you. You have to play everybody twice. So
You guys got 9 out of 9 possible points in the first 3 matches, and the only club who got 3 wins in 3 games.
right, and it's just like it all comes from, getting your business done early, being prepared for the season, having your team together that whole preseason. So when they jump into the season, they're cohesive. You know what I mean? And
Same
that's
thing
all
with
that
Tottenham. That's what happened with Tottenham too. We got our
exactly.
business
Y'all
done
got your
before
business done
preseason.
early. You had a pretty good preseason. Everybody was meshing and getting to know each other. Although, don't get me wrong, it's still a pretty slow start for you guys considering
Hmm.
the way y'all
But
did
seven
with
out of
COVID.
nine, I'll take 7 out of 9. To be honest,
Granted, yes, anybody would. I'm sure Man United would, but
we'll talk about them later.
we'll talk about them later. But you know what I mean? Like, it's what starting well does for you. It helps you out. It really does.
Hmm.
So
Moving on to your boys. Your boys put Bournemouth in a split.
yeah, split settings, bro. My man Saliba made up for last week, as you can see with that beautiful strike. Um, we silenced the crowd early. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Two quick goals, boom, boom, in the first
That's what you
15
have to
minutes.
do at Bournemouth. You have to just kill them early so you can kill their hopes.
Because the stadium is so small that like the crowd is literally like right next to you. You
In
can
your
reach out and
face.
they can reach out and
Yeah.
touch you. So like it was great on them. They came out strong, put 2 goals in the back of the net. Big up Martin Asgard, dropping the fucking hammer of Thor on these fools. You know, he's no longer Gibraltar guard
Hmm.
until he has a couple of more bad games. But we're gonna call him Martin Asgard now because he found his hammer. He's found that he's worthy again. So we're gonna go with that, man. And then Saliba making up for it. You know what I mean? Like making up for last week. Everybody, he scored the own goal. It was a mistake, but look at him. He repaid the fans in such a big way. It was such a
Hmm.
great fucking goal, bro. What a banger. I'm sorry. That's gonna be goal of the week. Has to be.
Has to be for sure.
Has to be goal of the week. It was just like bang, one touch, boom, top corner. It was just brilliant. But I have nothing bad to really say about the squad. There were
Mm.
moments where they're a bit iffy, and there's still more parts where you see our defensive frailties. So I just hope that they can continue this. You know what I mean?
Of course,
Continue
they
to
have
get
to.
better, continue to work hard for each other, and look at that, man. Like they're very together. Nobody's fucking complaining. Nobody's fighting with
Hmm.
each other. Nobody's arguing. You know what I mean? Like everybody's happy when somebody else does something good for the team or when somebody scores. They're all bigging up Saliba, slapping him on the back of the head, like good job, like welcome
Hmm.
to the squad. Finally, bringing him into the family, and that's what it feels like right now because the players are all together with as well as the manager, and the fans are all together and we're all singing
Hmm.
the same tune. We're all on the same hymn sheet. And it feels great. You know what I mean? Considering how we ended last season.
100%. Yeah.
Considering how we ended last season, man, I'm just ecstatic, bro. Everybody's playing well. Partey, Shaka, Odegaard, even the back lines. Zinchenko's brilliant. Although he did have a few sketchy moments where he was bombing forward and they got in behind him. But so he does show his weakness on the defensive side, which is why I think Kieran Tierney should come in for bigger teams because he's better defensively than
Of course.
Zinchenko.
Yeah.
But Ben White solid on the right hand side. It was actually him that put that cross across to Granit Xhaka, and then he
Hmm.
laid it off for Saliba. So big ups to him, man. Like considering that he got moved out of the position that he's his favorite position, which is center back.
Hmm.
Now he's on the right hand side and he has to play. He has to show up,
He's
and he
doing the
has been.
job.
And
Yeah.
big ups to him. Big ups to him, man. I can't have no complaints about the team. No complaints about the manager. The only thing I complain about is still Cronky out. Fuck that man. But But anyways, yeah, man, brilliant, bro. Like I said, boom breezy out here, bro. We chilling. That
I
was
see that.
brilliant performance. Now next up is Fulham, so that's gonna be a tough test
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're showing up to the big teams and they're showing up to we'll see. They're showing up though. I'll give it to them.
Moving on to Palace and Villa. Villa got put in a spliff. They look shocking, bro. They had that early goal, Ollie Watkins, but that's it. Like
Yeah, after that it was nothing. It was dead. It was dead
hat trick
after
by
that.
fucking Zaha. No, actually, no, they got ruled out with the miss. He had a missed penalty. Never mind, he had a missed penalty, but
Either way,
still
Zaha put him
goal.
in a spliff. He had two goals.
Yeah,
Zaha put him in a split.
if he didn't miss the penalty, he would have had a hat trick.
This is true. But
But
it was saved. It was saved by Any Martinez.
no, like Palace looked better this week for sure.
Mateta came on and scored. So I mean,
Yeah,
there's really nothing we can
Villa
do.
might be in trouble though for real. Like they might be in trouble.
I agree. I agree. I see them down there in maybe 14, 15, 16.
But at this point, if they don't turn it
Flirting
around,
with the line, flirting with the relegation line. It's we'll see, man. Like I said, it's either going to be Stevie G or
I
Lampard.
know what it's like relegation, bro. Even though they fighting relegation, like even though it's been 14 years, but I've seen it, bro. Like they're fighting relegation.
Yeah, man. They didn't have nothing. They didn't show anything
Mm,
that whole game. They didn't show a damn
mm.
thing. I mean, Ollie Watkins was trying his hardest. Ings was trying his hardest, but they just
They're
honestly,
cruising.
everybody says that. Oh, when we beat Palace, it was like, oh, it's just Palace. But look what Palace can do, man. Palace
Hmm.
can bring the game to you. Palace
Exactly.
can be a tough opposition, especially going to Selhurst Park. Like nobody gives us the credit. You know what I mean? Like
Of course,
I
yeah.
hate that fact. It's just like, oh, you didn't play anybody, but I mean, we have to play them,
You
right?
guys always have an issue going to Schalke's Park anyway. So the fact y'all
Exactly.
got
Look
three
what happened
points is
last
it's
year.
insane.
Look what happened last season or earlier this year, actually. We went to Selhurst and got destroyed 3-0.
Yeah.
You know what I
Split
mean?
settings,
And
basically.
then we got put in a spliff, and then all of a sudden we just lost 3 games after that. So it was like, come on, guys, like give us the credit that we deserve. Don't
Hmm.
just sit there and banter us, and then when we banter you back, you can't take it. Like if you can't take the banter, don't give the banter. Okay, guys?
Speaking of taking banters, Everton, they barely fucking escaped that 1-1 draw, bro. They looked shocking, bro. And this was a newlywed side too.
I don't know, man. I think it's in between Frankie Lampard and Stevie G, bro.
Well, I have to mention two more people, but we'll talk about them in a little bit. But yeah, they're definitely gonna be on the hot seat. But Nottingham Forest did what they had to do to get a draw. They should have gotten 3 points, trying to hold on with that goal. Bye boy, Brendan Johnson. I'm like surprised he played striker. So I was like, why is he doing
Yeah, it's
striker?
a pretty decent goal, man. Good goal by Brendan Johnson, but
Mm-hmm.
Damari Gray equalized 7 minutes later. That game was back and forth.
Bro, and apparently they're saying they're not done with the window, bro. I'm like, yo, how the fuck y'all not done? Y'all had 16 signings this offseason, bro.
Hey, man, let them do what they gotta do, bro. They're trying to
Mm-hmm.
stay up. They're really trying to stay up,
They
and
will though. I think they will. They have kids, but they will be fine,
I
bro.
think they'll stay up.
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe they have the squad to do it. They're
Nico
adding
Williams is
depth.
gonna get much better.
They're adding depth,
Mm-hmm.
which is a big, big, big thing that you need in the Premier League. As we'll talk about later. I have a lot to say about that,
Mm-hmm.
about depth as far as your squad and how you should be prepared with your squad. And if you don't have depth, what can happen to you, despite you being
Mm-hmm.
a big team? So yeah, depth is a very important thing in the Premier League, especially now with the whole five substitution rule and etc. So we can
Yeah,
go on about this, but yeah, I don't see the consistency from these two teams
exactly.
from Everton at least. Not even Forest is showing more than Everton,
Of
which is
course,
pretty
yeah.
sad.
They have a good keeper too, Dean Henderson. I think Dino should be finding up there to get that England job, bro. Like me personally, to make the team, to make the team.
Oh yeah, to be one of the three, yeah, I'll give him that.
Because at this point, I
But
have him, Ramsdale, and Pickford getting the job for World Cup.
he's not getting in front of Pickford or Ramsdale, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he can be there. I'll give him that. He can be there.
Yeah. I think this moving on. I think this game was actually one of the best games on that day, bro. Fulham and Brentford, bro. That was a game.
Yeah, yeah. Ivan Toney needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Ivan Toney needs to stop that shit that he be doing, bro. That fucking shithousery. Like, bro, talk shit when the whistle's blown. Don't talk shit
Exactly.
before. Don't fucking sit there and do Mitrovic's celebration. And then all of a
He comes
sudden
in and
Mitrovic
fucking
gets the
kills you in the
winner.
last minute, bro.
No, and then Mitrovic gets the last winner. So who got the real last
Yeah.
laugh, bro? You
Mitrovic,
feel
yeah.
me? Exactly. So it's like Ivan Toney needs to stop that bullshit, that shithousery. Like if you're gonna shithousery, then do it at the right time, bro. Time it.
Exactly.
He says your timing is shit. He did the same shit last year against Arsenal. Oh, Arsenal, blah, blah, blah. You beat us 2-0. And then we went when you came to our place, what happened? Y'all got put in the spliff. So it's
Literally.
just like, watch your mouth, bro. Like stop talking so much shit and just play football.
Mm-hmm.
Stop,
And you
just
know
play
Salvi's
football.
gonna be looking at that
You're a
shit too.
fucking brilliant player. Like you're fucking brilliant, bro. You could possibly be world class. Maybe. But you gotta fucking stop that shit, bro. Stop running your
Exactly.
fucking mouth. That's not gonna do you any good.
Mm-hmm.
Now you look stupid. You look stupid doing the celebration. Who got the last laugh? Mitchell is doing it at the end.
Mitrovic, yeah.
Doing this
Damn, that's
thing.
crazy. Fulham already has I think they took 5 points out of possible three matches. It was like very good for them like to get those 5 points. Because of course I still have them going down, but that could be one of those survivor kids at the end.
I think they're gonna be like 16, 17.
Yeah.
I mean, if they continue, but you never know, bro. We'll see after the World Cup and after all the
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
all the breaks and all this shit. Because
And mm,
you know how teams come back in January. Sometimes teams come back and they're just lancing,
tired. And they're tired
tired,
too.
and they just fall off. So we'll see, man.
Speaking.
But I'm seeing good things from Fulham. So big ups to them,
Mhm.
bro. Big win. They had to pick up those points against the teams that they know they can beat, like
Yeah, of
Brentford.
course.
So that was a big win for Fulham. Big win for Fulham. And it's crazy, bro. All the teams that came up are showing up, bro. It's insane.
I'm surprised, bro, to be
I
honest with
am.
you.
I really am, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy,
I
man.
wasn't, yeah, because I was surprised. Yeah. Maybe. Speaking of another manager might get on the hot seat, Brendan Rodgers. We're gonna move on to
Leicester versus
Southampton and
Southampton. Yeah, man. Brendan Rodgers. You know what? He might be thrown into that mix of three between Stevie
yeah.
G and I
I
think
have a fourth person actually, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
for sure, for sure. But
But yeah, no, Southampton was down one to the good, and they still ended up coming back and winning that game.
Shane Adams, man, Shane Adams showed up.
Yeah, yeah, towards the end, yeah, yeah.
I mean, the thing is that Leicester have this thing they do where they play have a really good spell of anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes, and then they fall off the face of the map.
100%. Yeah.
Defensively, they're brittle. Like towards the end when they get tired, you can just run past them and dude, it's like I said, consistency. They're
100%.
inconsistent.
Yeah.
And that comes from not buying players and just trying to keep the squad together and just running that squad down to its last leg. And
Hmm.
there's no depth to it. They're gonna see. They might be one of the ones down there. Who knows, bro?
Yeah.
Like the way they started, it's not good for them.
It's not looking good. And I
Not
already
looking
said
good
this
at all.
last year. How the fuck Brendan Rodgers still has the job there? Like, bro, like he should have been already sacked, but you know.
No, 100%, bro. 100% he should have been sacked or resigned or something. Like step
Something
down,
like
bro,
that.
because you're not doing anything, man. Go
I'm
take like
ready
a
to.
championship club or something.
Exactly. I'm
Go back
ready
to
to move on
Scotland.
to Americanos.
Major
Americano.
Leagues Soccer, as the meme has been going around from many Blazers
Americanos
fans.
putting fucking Chelsea in a split,
Well,
bro.
okay, so I was talking to one of my Chelsea friends earlier, and I was telling him, man, I was like, they pressed you to death.
Mm-hmm.
They pressed you like an iron blood. You know what I mean? And they're the reason why they made so many mistakes because they got pressed. We couldn't
Of
handle it.
course.
We couldn't handle the press.
Bro, it started with Mendy. Mendy should have just booted it out. And then you saw
Bro, like
Aronson was running there, bro, to get the goal.
Mendy thinks he was like Prime Newer or something.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. You cannot do that, bro. You cannot do that, bro. And just because it's Leeds, you think you can play this fucking fake shot bullshit. Like, come on, my guy. Like, what are you doing? What are you really doing?
Like literally, like you let this man just get in through. Oh, by the way, though, that is the first time in history an American player scored a goal
under an
and
American manager.
American manager in the Premier League history, bro.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes,
Yanks are coming,
sir.
bro. They're coming to take over, bro. They're gonna take over the Prem soon, bro. They're coming. Like the Yanks are coming. We're gonna see more Yanks coming into the Premier League soon.
And now there's rumors of Maguire to Chelsea, and that's just shambles.
But they relied too much on their defense too, like to score goals. That's how Chelsea fucked up too. Like they had, bro. I think they had like at least 6 offsides in that game, bro. They got caught offside so
Honestly,
much in
if I
that
was a
game.
fucking Chelsea fan and Maguire comes to my team, I'll burn my jersey. Yeah, I would. That guy's trash.
They need a striker though. They really need a
They
striker.
definitely need a striker. And they need a CM.
That's why I was like, I was very
They need
surprised
to
that
stay. They need to upgrade on Jorginho.
they should have never
Too
gotten.
slow.
They should have gotten not rid of Warner. To be honest with you, I even said it like, why the fuck they getting rid of Warner, bro?
Because Werner wasn't fitting in. Werner wasn't fitting in, bro. They want that fucking 6'2" giraffe that can't run. Fucking Kai Havertz up front. Like he's not a fucking Kai Havertz is not a striker. He's a number
He's
10.
a fucking mid or winger. Like,
He's a 10.
yeah, yeah.
He's a 10. He's a
He's a 10,
fucking
yeah.
center attacking midfield. The old style center attacking midfield.
Mm-hmm.
He can score, but he's not prolific. He's not prolific, and you're trying to play this false nine in like a fucking like a 3-4-3, which doesn't flow right.
I want to slander somebody
Why?
because that man was just getting killed the whole game, bruh. Like he was pulling shirts on top of that.
Who's that?
Stormzy with a gym membership.
Real names, fool. They don't know this.
Koulibaly, whatever.
Koulibaly.
Bro, he looked dead food, bro. Like
He did not look dead food. The problem is that he's got dead food behind him. I was talking to my friend about this earlier. Thiago
90-year-old
Silva
fucking
is
Thiago
done.
Silva looked like shit too, bro.
Thiago Silva is done. Okay. He is not. I don't care what you tell me. Oh, yeah, he's good positionally. Fuck that.
No,
Because the
fuck
second
that,
he's out of position, bro, you can run right by him. So that
bro.
doesn't serve you any good, bro. Like
Exactly.
what good does position serve you if you can't run in behind when they get in behind you?
Mm-hmm.
Because what's happening is he's staying back and Koulibaly's jumping forward for the tackle. And when he gets by, then he's gonna jump out and that's it.
That's it.
They're
Yeah.
getting run around,
That's what Leeds was doing the whole game, literally running them down like
running them
literally.
down from the sides like this. They were just going around them. Because they know Thiago Silva can't fucking run.
Even
That's gonna be their
fucking
Achilles
bro.
heel. I'm telling you, that's gonna be their Achilles
Exactly.
heel at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Koulibaly's
Even
gonna come
Tyler
in.
Adams had a great game too. Speaking of
They all did. All of the Leeds players. Every
bro,
single one of those
did you
Leeds players needs
see
to get a big
Tyler
dub.
Adams literally like was going toe to toe with Raheem Sterling, like bodying him out, like Raheem Shillings was a freaking schoolgirl, bro. That's how bad it was.
Raheem Sterling had one shot, one clear
Yeah,
shot the whole game at the beginning.
yeah. When he was doing
He did
those
that little
little
dribble and then he cut in.
those little dribbles, he does that though. But that's the thing. They'll catch teams off guard with that. But he has to finish. He has to finish there, bro.
That's the only thing missing was their
I was
finishing.
watching that little run. I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna score.
How many times did Chelsea like put balls into the box?
They
Like,
got
if they
offside
get
6 times, bro.
a fucking striker that can a poacher that can finish, they'll
Mm-hmm.
be dangerous. But right now, nobody's scared of them.
Oh, and Tucho looked fucking clueless, bro.
Yeah, Tuchel's showing his colors, bro. Tuchel's showing his inexperience. Like, he doesn't know
What
what
a
to do.
day!
And
What
that
a
that,
day
that
by
goes back
Jesse.
that goes back to one of my points. Depth.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when the shit's not going right out of your first 11? You look back at your bench and you don't trust anyone.
Mm-hmm. It looked like a
You're
funeral,
fucked.
bro. That should look like a funeral been there in that bench, bro.
No, I get it, bro. It's he needs to figure what he needs to do.
And he don't trust Pulisic at all.
And he's got a fucking owner with a checkbook right now that's willing to spend. So you need to hurry it up and figure it out. You got 2 weeks to bring in a
They still
CM,
want Forfana, so
bring a
they get
CM and a
Forfana.
striker. And then they're talking about Aubameyang. Aubameyang don't want to go there.
No.
Aubameyang don't want to go there. That's why like this whole Fabrizio Romano guy. I'm sorry, bro. Everybody bigs him up, but this guy full of fucking shit, dog. He's just putting out videos to fucking fish on you guys and get views off you guys. Like,
I
stop
know. I
fucking
don't think
following this
Aubameyang's
idiot,
gonna go. I
bro.
don't think
Stop.
Aubameyang's gonna go.
This guy does not know what he's talking about. He doesn't. Oh, Aubameyang to Chelsea. We'll see, bro. I'll believe it when he's holding the fucking shirt up, bro. Other than that, to shut the fuck up.
Or the
Shut the
here we
fuck up, bro.
go.
Because half the shit that he said this whole transfer window has not gone through. More than half. Bro, he was so sure Rafinha was coming to Arsenal, but look where Rafinha fucking ended.
Or
You know
going
what
to
I mean? He was
Chelsea.
so
Or
sure
going
that
to
Rafinha was going
Chelsea.
to end up at Chelsea. Chelsea hijacked the deal. Oh yeah, yeah, he did. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we fucking go. You fucking idiot. Fuck out of here, you wanker. Sorry to say it like that, but that's what he is.
That's what he is. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry to say
That
it,
sounds like I
but
look at
I don't
other.
trust that guy no more, bro. I
I
stopped
don't
fucking
look at
following that bullshit. Like,
when it
here we
comes to
go.
Spurs. I started looking first at Alistair Gold because Alistair Gold is like reliable source as far as for Spurs related. Like
Mhm. No,
now I'm
and I
hearing
agree with
and
that. Like, follow the people that are close to your club. Follow the
Spurs are
people
trying to
that
hijack.
have ins on to ears inside of your club. Don't listen to
Mhm.
this fucking idiot that fucking trying to make a buck on YouTube, bro. Fucking luring you assholes in. Oh, this guy's going over here, 70 million. Oh,
Here we go.
bullshit. Here we go. Like, I'm done with that guy, bro. That guy's a fucking fraud.
I heard today though an article speaking of Alistair Gold that Spurs are trying to hijack Anthony Gordon, which is like surprising. Like we actually want to get him.
Where's he gonna fit?
Yeah, that's another thing. Where's he gonna fit?
Doesn't make sense for you guys. You need a CM. If you're not going for a CM, there's no point in buying anybody else.
Mhm.
Same thing with us. We need a CM and a winger.
Yeah. We're ready to move on to another guy who I have in the hot seat, David Moyes.
West Ham, bro. You guys need to shut the fuck up. You guys need to stop talking. Because all last year at the end of the Arsenal, but shut the fuck up. Those West Ham fans were giving it to Arsenal fans last year. Where the fuck are you now, blood?
Once again, this man with his one, bruh.
Graham fucking Potter, bro.
Graham,
Showing you where you really belong. Showing you
bro, they got 7 points at a possible nine to start the season as well, bro. Like Leeds, just like Leeds.
exactly. Exactly. Pressing. And it's crazy how Brian Hole Albion sell their best players and they're
Exactly,
still competitive.
bro. And nobody talks about this goalkeeper. I think Robert Sanchez is one of the most underrated keepers in the Prem, but
Hell
nobody talks
yeah.
about him.
Hell yeah. Yeah, most definitely one of the most underrated keepers by far.
Mhm.
By far. Let me see
Yeah,
something.
Sanchez.
One
Yeah,
second.
yeah, Sanchez is up there for sure, though. That's for sure.
Who's this kid in the midfield? That's this Ecuadorian kid, Caicedo.
I heard a lot of shit about him too. That he's
Bro,
good,
he just came in and slotted right in for Basuma.
literally.
And he's probably playing better than Basuma right now because Basuma's
Hmm.
on bench riding. So like these guys, they're what you can call it, uh, their scouting is just
Yeah,
second to none, man. They
yeah,
just
and
pick
they
up
got rid
some
of
brilliant
fucking
players,
Cucurella,
man.
and they got rid of Cucurella, and they're still doing good.
That's what I'm saying. Veltman's been fucking standing in for him and it's been playing fucking brilliant. You know?
Hmm.
We got Sonny March, McAllister, Trossard, Pascal, Pascal Gross, and Casado holding on that midfield.
Of course,
Making Danny
and
Welbeck and Lallana look like they're in their prime and shit. There's a bunch of old guys already. They're done. But these guys look good because all these kids behind them, bro. You know what I
hmm
mean? They're making them look good. They can hold the ball. They can win the ball back. They dig in. They're able to get up the pitch as fast as they can get back down. So it's so hard to say anything negative about them
oh yeah,
and to have to they're a worry. They're a real big worry when you play them. No matter where they are, they can go away to at home and still give you the business. I have
yeah.
nothing bad to say about Brian Hovalvian. I
I
big him
have
up
one
actually.
bad,
I
I
big
have
him up.
one bad thing to say, but I'm gonna move on with this. Actually, I'm gonna move it on though. Newcastle and City. Newcastle had one job. It had one job. All you had to do is play back, and that's it.
Yeah, but you can with City, bro. If once they
That's why
let
they're
that one
champions
go,
for a
they let
reason,
that
bro.
one go in at the 50th, 60th minute, and you can't give them that much time. Once the monster woke up, That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Holland got one. You know, they started.
Holland should have had two, bro.
Holland should have had a hat trick. But like we keep saying this every week, you know what I mean? You just gotta put him away. But at the same time, again, City is doing the same bullshit they do to him every week. He's wide fucking open. Give him the ball.
But the last opportunity he had though, that 1v1, all he had to do was chip it. Like if you would.
Besides the point, he could have had 17 tap-ins
Mm-hmm.
prior to that one chance where he got through and did his thing and missed.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean? Like Gundogan, De Bruyne, their whole midfield, as good of passers as they are, they're too slow for Holland.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, by the time Holland makes the run and they see him or they try to attempt to pass to him, it's too late. He's offside.
Too late. He's outside. Yeah.
Exactly. Like if they see that pass faster and they move that ball quicker to him while he makes that run, they're gonna be super dangerous. But at the same time, Gundogan makes it to the byline, and instead of squaring it across to Holland, he cuts back and passes it back out to De Bruyne. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you want to play with this guy or not? Because like you guys are playing like you don't. You're treating him
Exactly.
like that, like the new kid on the in the playground. They don't
Mm-hmm.
want to give him the ball because they don't know what he can do. You know what I mean? Like, come on, give the guy the fucking ball, man.
Even
Give him the
fucking
ball.
Foden, bro. Foden looked
Again,
awful in
another one,
that
Foden,
game, bro.
being fucking greedy. Like, square the ball to him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Square it. That's all you have to do, bro. And he'll get 20 a season. I promise you. Watch. And when Mini City start fucking squaring that ball to him and finding him on the on the at the byline, you'll see how many goals this guy's gonna score. But for right
Now,
now,
I'm hearing Pep.
City aren't playing with Holland. They're playing like their
See.
bullshit City crap. You know what I mean? Like last year,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't play with a striker, so they don't know how to play with one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's move on,
Which
bro,
is
because I
apparently
mean,
Apparently, also before I move on to now, I'm hearing also Pep that he wants to bring in Alvarez more too. So I can see Alvarez playing as well.
right, Alvarez has to come in eventually, but they're easing him in. Grealish has
Yeah.
to play more. Like they have a whole bunch of
They
players there
want Grealish to do the work, but you don't even play him to do the work. So I don't understand that, man.
because it's just a different. Grealish plays different. Grealish
Yeah.
doesn't play Guardiola ball. Grealish wants to carry the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Guardiola wants to just tiki taka. That's the
I
problem.
shouldn't. Yeah.
But let's get on. Let's get on to today's match, bro. Let's get on to today's match. Today's match was
Where we're going with it.
disappointing to say the least for fucking Jurgen Klopp, bro. I'm sorry, Liverpool. They just went there and they were just standing there. They're just like,
Literally, like, bro, you had Van Dyke and Milner literally like watching the ball like they were kids, bro.
wrong,
Like,
wrong. Van Dijk was watching the ball. Milner was bitching at Van Dijk because he didn't step out on that fucking Jadon
all
Sancho.
he had to put was a foot in, bro. That's all he had to put in was a
No,
foot in.
all he had to like all Van Dijk had to do was when James Milner was coming across was cover him, like switch with him, because he knows what Sancho's gonna do. And as soon as Milner cuts across, Van Dijk stays in the same position with his arms behind his back
Yeah,
and doesn't step to the player. So after he did that, he left the whole side pocket wide open.
bro.
Maybe
And
Sancho just
on
slotted it home.
yeah, like you
And
have your man
that was
break.
like the first one. That was the first fucking shot they had all game. The first
Literally,
chance they had.
well, Alanga freaking missed a freaking easy goal to I heard as well in the beginning.
Everybody missed. They had chances galore. Rashford missed a couple. Alanga missed. Cristiano had one at the end.
Hmm.
Um, Mo Salah
They
got
had this man breakdance, and like all you had to do was like I said,
Bruno
help.
Fernandez should not have been on that pitch.
He was
Sorry.
shocking.
That fucking childish shit he did with the ball in front of what's his faggot's name? I forgot the referee.
Salah. Oh, the ref.
No, the referee.
Oh yeah,
Um,
let me check his name, bro. 'Cause I don't even know his name to be honest with you.
Michael
Michael
Oliver.
Oliver.
This idiot, Michael Oliver.
He's a
Excuse my language
fucking
for the
idiot,
last
bro.
word, but yeah,
Should
this
have been
idiot
should
Michael
have been a
Oliver.
red.
Like
Should have been a red.
it should have been a red, bro. He was being childish, moving the ball
I think
around.
he didn't want to do that because he was one yellow away to get a red, but you know.
But that's a yellow card. The fact that he even pushed Michael Oliver out the way. Come on, bro. Like you have to give that. I'm sure you'll
And he
give
almost caused an own goal.
to another player, in another game holding the ball. He would have gave him the yellow card and the red.
Bro, and
If
then
it was
he
Granny
almost caused
Shaka.
an own goal too. He almost scored an own goal. If it
No,
wasn't for
it
Rey
was
Mysterio.
Martinez that almost scored an own goal.
No, he blocked it from going in. It was
No,
Bruno
Lisandro
Fernandez.
Martinez was the one that reached for it, kicked it, and De Gea tapped it out. It was almost an
No,
own
there
goal
was another
on
play
Martinez.
too, though. I know there was another play too that Bruno like almost hit an own goal, and if it wasn't for
But yeah, like
yeah,
the whole like there was so many chances that and Bruno Fernandez like he should not have been on the pitch, bro. He
no,
shouldn't have.
he was shocked. Yeah,
He was honestly, if it was any other player, they would have got a red card. So like this is the thing that I fucking despise. Referees have agendas for certain teams, especially in
of
certain
course.
places, especially at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? Like give the red card if that's what the rule is. You know what I mean? If the rule is if you hold the ball after a goal and you throw it away, trying to waste time, blatantly trying to waste time, that's a yellow card, my friend. So therefore, you should have doubled up and got the red. But whatever the case was, Michael Oliver ate that shit. Referees are doing what they always do. It is what it is. Is the English referee FA does not change.
That's crazy though. Like Klopp is gonna have an excuse now for sure. He has to have an excuse somewhere now because he always complains. And Ten Hag, what finally has his
Well,
first win.
honestly, Jurgen Klopp can't complain about anything but his own team because those guys did not show up today. The only one that I would say showed up was James Milner because he walked off the pitch done, shattered. As far as his legs, he couldn't run anymore. He was done. He's the only one of those Liverpool kids that put in a shift. And Luis Diaz, but Luis Diaz got shut down. That's just plain and simple. Luis Diaz got shut down. I know you don't rate him, but uh, like honestly, I rate the kid. The kid's good, but he just got shut
I I
down.
I know since he went to Liverpool, I was like, I wasn't sold on this kid. That's just my opinion, like you said.
Look, granted, I rate the kid, but he's no Sadio Mane. Not even close. Not even close.
And even if they had noodles, they still wouldn't.
No, 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 no. That Uruguayande Carol. Fuck that guy, bro. Uruguayande. Big up your boy Expressions. He gave me that one. I love that. Darwin Noodles. You
Yeah.
know, Mr. Ramen. Call him whatever the fuck you want. But man would not have made a difference, honestly. Maybe, who
Yeah.
knows? We maybe would have gotten one extra header because
I was surprised they gave
they
Fabio
spam. You know
Carvalho
how Trey Alexander, that's what he does. He just spams the box with crossing.
100%. He even looked shocking too, kind of like wonder.
For real. Jurgen Klopp was mad at him for some of those plays, man. Yeah, every time he would make a mistake, you see Jurgen Klopp like throwing his fist at him and like telling him
He's
something,
like,
waving his hand
"Hey."
at him, and like going like this and then slamming his hands on his lap and shit. Like he was mad at him. He was like
I'm
officially.
surprised. I'm
I
surprised he
think
has
Trey
boxing
Alexander
gloves
Arnold is gonna run laps when he gets to
Yeah,
practice.
that and I don't be surprised if Klopp has some boxing gloves ready for after the game, bro.
Nah, Klopp ain't that guy. He looks like that tough
No,
guy, but he's a big ass teddy bear. Like, he has the teeth and he does all that shit. But Jurgen Klopp is the next guy. He's gonna make them run. I will tell him that. If I was
oh,
a coach, I would make those guys run. I would do exactly what Ten Hag did. Oh yeah, you guys lost the derby? Let's go. No day off.
mhm.
No days off. That's your punishment this week.
But anyhow, guys, we are going to be back on Thursday with previews. Um, yeah, I mean, it was a great weekend though. Like, I can't complain about this weekend. It was
Right.
amazing.
I mean, I'm just overjoyed, man. Big up to the Arsenal and them man there up the road, but
Hey, I was never in doubt we were not gonna get. I knew we were gonna get those 3 points. Never in doubt.
right. I was never in doubt either. I just didn't know how we was gonna go about it. But nonetheless, we're both happy. We both leave. We both move. You already know.
Hmm.
You already know, man. We'll see y'all.
This is Nino. You already know the greatest, undisputed, the champ. Like, subscribe, do what y'all gotta do.
Y'all already know. SD's Boom Breezy. AFC said we out here. Blaze 2 and get at me in the morning.